On behalf of the Center for Environment Justice, it is my great privilege to welcome you to this Multi-Stakeholder Dialogue under the Resilience Initiatives for Sustainable Environment, the RISE project. Your presence here today reflects a shared commitment to addressing the challenges facing our communities and building a future that is equitable, resilient, and sustainable. Some of you may recall that the RISE project was launched in 2019, which was under the phase 2, and it is coming to an end this December 2025. But we also have some good news that our partner has agreed that we extend into the third phase that will run from January 2026 up to December 2028. The RISE project was born out of a vision to empower mining-affected communities in Sinazongwe and Serenje districts, ensuring that the communities' benefits of development and to ensure that every citizen is protected by safeguarding our environment and cultural heritage. Over the past 3 years or 2, we have witnessed remarkable progress by having 21 serving groups empowered in the district, which is bringing us to 300 members in Sinazongwe. Yet we know that challenges still remain. Challenges like economic instability, environmental degradation, displacements continue to test our resilience. Today's dialogue is an opportunity to celebrate our achievements, confront these challenges, and co-create solutions that will shape the next phase of our journey. Like I earlier stated, in the third phase, which will start next year, is going to have 4 components: food systems innovation, environmental protection, community economic livelihoods, social equity, and justice. I must mention that we arrived on Sunday and we are here for a week. And tomorrow we have an interesting assignment which is part of the project we are implementing, that will be going around the communities, the serving groups that we have been supporting in Mamba and Sinazongwe, in an effort to establish cooperatives, which also falls within the design of the current project. We are hoping that when these cooperatives are developed, we want them to have a more legal structure as associations working together with the community development and the council, that there will be capacity build and trained so that they're able to access funding through the CDF. But I must also mention that as CEJ, we are committing to providing seed loans for the cooperatives that will range between 50,000 and 100,000. And we are hoping that these cooperatives will use these resources efficiently and it will impact their lives. And not only that, after the trainings, we are hoping to have our event in the next 2 weeks, the second week of June, where we will have an award ceremony. We will share more details, where the cooperatives will be awarded these resources, the serving groups, as well as it will provide us an opportunity to hand over the tree nursery shade, which we've been working on at one of the schools before Mamba, and we are working closely with the forestry department. So we are hoping that it will also bring a lot of support towards environmental protection and raising trees that can be distributed in communities as well as our schools.
It is a profound honor to stand before you all as I deliver this speech on behalf of the District Commissioner at this significant multi-sectorial dialogue organized under the Resilience Initiative for Sustainable Environment, that is the RISE project. On behalf of Sinazongwe District Administration, I extend a heartfelt welcome to each one of you, especially those that have traveled so far to be with us today for this collective effort to shape a brighter and more sustainable future for our district. This gathering is a powerful testament to our shared commitment to addressing the challenges facing our communities in building a Sinazongwe where every voice is heard and every citizen thrives. Sinazongwe district is a land of immense potential, blessed with natural resources and resilient people who have long been the backbone of our communities. Yet, we cannot ignore the challenges that accompany our reliance on mining activities. Environmental degradation, water contamination, economic instability, and displacement have tested our resolve, particularly for vulnerable groups such as women, the youth, and people with disabilities. Despite these obstacles, our communities have shown extraordinary strength, and initiatives like the RISE project have been instrumental in channeling the resilience into tangible progress. From the establishment of 21 saving groups, empowering over 300 members, to advocating for installation of boreholes, improving water access, the project has ignited hope and demonstrated what is possible when we work together.
As traditional leaders, we are not only guardians of culture, but also advocates for justice. I commend the Center for Environmental Justice for their tireless work in amplifying our concerns. This dialogue is a beacon of hope, a moment of unity to our strength and renew our resolve.
Even when we are allocating people in a certain scheme, the natural environment is not kept up with. So community participation, including inclusion in planning, implementation, and monitoring. So we urge community participation very highly. Even with our settlers, we try to include them in every process concerning resettlement so that there is clarity and transparency, which is also the next step. Transparency and accountability. So in the decision making, everyone is involved. Every stakeholder, every applicant, every agency is involved in the decision making. This is just for accountability and transparency's sake, and for gender inclusion, ensuring that women and youth and the marginalized groups benefit. This basically means that when it comes to the voluntary displaced people, we have certain criteria that we follow, where women, youth, and let's say retirees stand a better chance. This is in line with our social inclusion and gender equality policy.
This was an award ceremony where we awarded 4 savings groups, Amatajilo, with 10,000 kwacha per savings group, so that they can start business they will do. The other one also is just a share out of the savings. So still, under community empowerment, we have managed also, we have groups that have men and youths. So tumalange picture, bama youths aba bana bahondo, ba Ulamujaja savings group. So banaba, they were also trained under this project and they've been saving money. So on the left side, Valuta share out, and then on the right, on the other side, they managed to support 8 students who qualified to grade 8 with some school supplies. Bona, we have beneficiaries Farmer Savings Group. Vambi vari kuita chicken rearing. Amana vambi valima ma vegetables. Vambi valama gardens.
We want to say thank you for the project. At least it has made our women from, I think if I still remember, from 2022, from the time we started disseminating information, we are going to at least muli child protection, aguli na business. I think bamanga into mazubano balali iminina. But again, balali iminina kabuto kutola bana bakujigolo kabo aivu ndakachibona ma groups mwagaita empower.
We said, why has there been so much air pollution? And we realized that even according to the people from the VOP did mention that these people and from the planning department, they know what they're supposed to do, but they're just ignoring. So there is a lack of awareness among the community members for them to demand that we need these people to be pouring water on our roads so that the dust is suppressed.
For the district Sinazongwe, so we listed issues on environmental, economic and social, and on each issue we identified 2, so we have in total 6 points. So on environmental issues we identified land degradation and deforestation, as well as pollution of water sources as a result of industrial activities here. In terms of the barriers, we identified institutional weaknesses that should be strengthened to ensure that there is compliance as well as enforcement. We also identified corporate interests. We are hoping that the industries that are here could have interest in ensuring that we protect our environment as well as protect our water bodies from any contamination or pollution.
So we identified 4. The first one was milling. When we come to description on milling, we realized that we do not have huge milling plants, so we are supposed to establish milling plants in our district. When we establish these milling plants in our district, we'll see that our lifestyles will change, because when it comes to intended impact, we'll be able to improve on the already processed milling mill around the district.
So the focus area under environmental, we looked at air pollution. Then the barrier that we identified under air pollution was mining activities. There are lots of mining activities taking place in Sinazongwe, hence there is air pollution. What needs to be done? The companies involved have to find alternative ways of disposing their waste.
3 economics. The first one is low access to finance. That's description on focus area. So what needs to be done? Enhancing savings group and the cooperatives, improve financial literacy levels.
Notwamba ola twamu tujatikira mu mines muri aya. Nayo ndiza abalo ba mine kabatyani. Gabaliko. So that is otwamba ola mu muno. Gabaziswirira ali ngabazibwene. Kamutwamba ola bobwe sometimes kamana kwamba ola bobwe ngali yabanchi twa kuti batereko omuntu abe ati chizecho. Then bambe balagamba babona kuti kulichatyani kulichachitika. Ino chachitika buti babuti. So taleka ati ndiza ba mine abalo ndiza twachibachi ndimbi abalo kabatyani kabajanika.
Onde anda kwamba wejampa kuti awasumunda bona ati ba government bali jisinguzu kwenderania amaini mbuliye ili unkandabwe. No ni watali CJ yakabola. Sena abama government maloko government chana. Niba tuishana ruzi mundu twakabantu bombuli ba mu community kuti inyiga taisambali masambalwa cause bagaliko before CEJ kamu. So ndandawuza utina abantu why they are silent. Kambo aba bantu olobasika ogya ku community unkandabwe.
community taibabone paying our direct officers.
I think as mines come in, we thank God for our Royal Highness that is here. Her office is very, very important. As the custodian of the land, the custodian of the population. So the mines that are coming in now, I think it should be strong and written on paper that it should be a policy that when such meetings come, when they are called, it's mandatory for them to come. And if they don't show up, they should be censored so that they know that it's not optional on their part. It's a must. They must hear what the population on the ground are saying.
If at all stakeholders, before they can engage into any other mining activities, if they can be engaging the community so that they are well sensitized, I think we can be preventing these other challenges that we are facing. As the council, ours is that when everything is done, the only thing that we are doing as the council is to ensure that we have the regulations such as the business regulations. These mines has to ensure that they subscribe to the business regulations. But for now, we are not fully involved because this is something that is sitting on the traditional land, and it falls under the powers of our chieftains here, our traditional leaders.
The local authority usually gets resources, money from the mines, but then you find that the number one challenge that the CS actually mentioned is that we as a local authority won't get business levy. Why? Because according to the law, we as a local authority are also supposed to collect property rates, and the government is also supposed to collect ground rent bills. But we cannot collect those fees because they are not actually on title. For them to be on title, if they are titled, that's when we can come in to collect all those fees. The only mine that we collect property rates and ground rent bills from is MEL, Mamba Energy Limited.
Sena tamuli ujaba na ba new generation kumbere gai nyiga ya mana gai na muri Kisimbi nyiga tell us that the whole village, like Sikaronzo, my village, Babari settled. Do you have that land? Inga Iyoko and 145 households.
We have come up with a draft bylaw which has passed a lot of stages. It is at ministry level approval. The reason why we want to go with the bylaw is because we are lacking legislative laws pertaining to mines sitting on customary land. I have to mention that indeed, very true, Sinazongwe, it has been picked as one of the wealthiest or the richest district in Southern Province.
Yes.
However, what we are getting from these mines, it is not exactly what is perceived by the public. As we close this Multi-Stakeholder Dialogue to a close, it is with deep sense of gratitude and optimism that I address you on behalf of Sinazongwe Town Council. Today's gathering has been a remarkable demonstration of our collective efforts to resolve the challenges facing our district and to build a future that is inclusive and resilient and sustainable. Throughout the day, we have witnessed the power of collaboration in action. The inspiring presentation from the participants and from the Center for Environment Justice. Highlighted the rise, projects, successes, and challenges. The heartfelt stories shared by participants have given us a vivid picture of the project impact and the challenges that remain. These personal accounts combined with the insightful overview of national resettlement policies from the Office of the Vice President, policies from Resettlement Department have enriched our understanding as Sinazongwe District and set a strong foundation for today's discussion. As Sinazongwe Town Council, we have laid the groundwork for Sinazongwe that is not defined by its challenges but its resilience, unity, and potential. Let us carry the momentum of this dialogue forward, working together to build a district where every citizen has access to opportunities, clean water, and thriving environment, economy, and social aspects. These are the remarks of the Council Secretary, Sinazongwe Town Council. I thank you.